the past you. So
You really are seeing a different Alex. It truly is a night and day. You can talk to Jake, you can talk to Kyle. I don't have a lot of friends who can name them all off in one sentence, but you could talk to them and they would just been like, I don't who I had lunch. No, I say lunch because I was on my lunch break, but I'm at work at 4 in the morning all the time. So it was like 7 in the morning. So I was on my meal break, and Jake came, and I was just like, "So, would you wish you met me now?" And he was like, "It would have made my life a lot easier." And I was like, "Mine too, mine too." But but you wouldn't see the change. You wouldn't have seen the massive amount of growth I took. And he was like, "That is also very true." And he was like, "There we go."
yeah, like I just think that's just truly amazing. So definitely congratulations on the 2 years, as you definitely have come so far with this, and I'm definitely very proud to hear of your journey. So
Thank you. Yeah, I get chills. Honestly, I get full body chills thinking of how I was versus where I am now, which is so funny because I got baptized in 2018, so I was still drinking after being baptized. But the Bible never says that we will become a completely new person once we become Christ. But once we become followers of Christ, it's not just like it is a new person. Yes, the whole ceremonial thing. You're operating on yourself, but don't expect that your life is gonna be perfect and peachy keen and all your like financial issues will be gone, your mental health issues will be gone. They're not.
yeah, you got that right. Yeah, just because you get baptized doesn't mean that all of a sudden, yeah, you're going to be blessed with all these like big, amazing things. Because like I said, I mean, there's a Bible verse in there that talks about the rain falls on the just and the unjust. So, like, just definitely, just because you proclaim the name of Jesus does not mean that he's going to be like a genie in the bottle that's going to just answer your questions and answer your desires, and because that may not be the plan he has for you. But I'm just just so glad to know that his plan has been revealed to you, and let's say you're definitely following that. So it's just definitely great to see your freedom out of that.
Yeah, it's truly all his work. No, no, I take no credit for it.
Yes, amen to that. All glory to God. So I actually have one more question before we end this, and it is about something that is very important. It definitely can cause somebody injury, it can cause somebody death, and it is about drinking and driving. So uh let's just say that there's a teenager or there's a young adult, there's an old adult on here that is leaving their prom, like a young person leaving their prom. There's somebody leaving from a bar that they go to every time, or somebody that's leaving from a party and they're like super intoxicated. And yeah, listen, most people would think that they can make it home, driving, and it usually ends up being bad. So, I was wondering, this is like very, very basic answers. You would think people would know this, but I just think you might as well clear it up anyways. Like what is like advice that like you would give to that person that thinks, oh, I'm going to make it home. Like I'm just going to just drive home, just make it easier on everybody. What would you say to that person that's thinking about drinking and driving?
Don't don't. There's far more stories of accidents than there are um, not accidents. Like my story on my bike, that's a miracle. Like that doesn't happen. My story on my bike when I was drunk, that's a miracle that I didn't get hit. That's a miracle, but that is like not. Let's say that was mine was a 10th story. 9 other stories that kid me on his bike drunk would have thrown swerved into traffic and got hit. 100%. Um, there's no, or worse, yeah, a person was driving the car and they would hit somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one super tragic story. This one lady, she was driving home drunk and she hit a man. He was walking, and she just hit him. And he was on her car until she got home. Literally, like
Oh,
he got, like I guess his face got smashed in her windshield, and she was like, I don't know what to do. So she drove home, and instead of going to like the hospital or whatever, she just literally drove to a house, walked inside, and went to bed with him still lodged in her windshield.
whoa.
Yeah, I hope I got this. I hope I got got most of it right. That's basically from my recollection. I forgot the case name, but that's a more common story. People either they cause accidents because they hit somebody or they don't pay attention, so they hit somebody and a huge crash. So it's not worth it. Always have an OD. No OD. Have a DD. Sorry, my
Mm-hmm.
bad.
You're
A
good.
designated driver with you at all times. If you feel like if you can't stand up, call Uber, call Lyft, call cab, whatever. Bars are now being more smaller. And I know this from personal experience. I was something go to happy hour and I would get like 6 drinks. And I don't drink like beer or wine. I drink cocktails. So it has to be like 20 proof. So I was drinking like lots of hard liquor. And by the 6th drink, they were just like, no, we're not giving you anymore. So even bars now are getting more smarter about giving out drinks.
Yeah, that's actually a really good like thing that you pointed out because I've noticed that too. Like even like our local like Applebee's, I've seen that in the past before where somebody may be having a little too much to drink and then they're like this is no, this is like your limit, like you're good, like you don't need any more. And I know I've seen like police get involved because I guess this person's being very hesitant and like are not hesitant, like resistant and like very aggressive and stuff like that. So I definitely have seen that before in like restaurants and I've even seen it in movies. Not because I'm from Alabama, but watching Sweet Home Alabama, seeing Reese Witherspoon, her character, like get drunk on there. And I remember one scene on there, like the lady there, she's like, I think you've had enough. And plus I just was thinking about that because I like I've seen it, in reality. I've seen it on TV and on the movies. So it's definitely good to for bartenders, to make sure they're keeping account on how much somebody is drinking if they're going to choose to drink. And let's just simply just do not drive if you're drunk. If you've had one too many drinks, just please do not drive because it is going to more than likely, like so you will become a victim of a bad car accident, whether you get killed, you accidentally kill somebody else, you could get injured, you could
Mhm.
injure that person. Also you can yeah, you can just get into like these um big issues that you will have regrets with for the rest of your life. So definitely like to have a designated driver if you are going to drink. If let's say if you choose to do that, have a designated driver or have, like Alex said, have an Uber or Lyft or somebody like that pick you up or even a family member or a friend, like they know where you're at. They're just going to drop you off there and you know have call them whenever you're ready to leave. So let's just definitely have that in hand. Like just do not drive because like I don't care if you get your car, if your car gets towed the next day, if you leave your car there. It's better that you had to just go pick up your car somewhere the next day than just losing your life or doing damage to your car or doing damage to somebody else's car. So or just was it getting put in jail? Like there's just so many consequences that can come out of it.
and here's the thing, you can, as you said, you can pick up your car, you can, replace, you can fix your car, you can do all these things. You are not replaceable, or the victim or them, whoever gets hurt, they're not replaceable.
Yeah,
And medical bills are very expensive. So maybe to don't like, medical bills are so pricey. So and keep drinking. And I do want to say, drinking isn't wrong. It just don't end up like me. Or don't get too drunk or whatever. Drinking, yeah. I don't want to say drinking's wrong. It's just be responsible, obviously. And know your limit. And even if you do know your limit and you still decide to drive, don't. Or at the very least, wait 10 minutes, drink some water, kind of sober up a bit before you ever leave. I think that's one of the best advice would be, if you know, like, okay, my limit is 6 drinks, so I'm gonna have 5. I would still say wait 20 minutes, drink some water until that tipsiness dies down, and then you can drive.
yeah, that's actually that's a very good advice to give, because yeah, there may be times where you may be drinking in moderation, or you may be drinking, as a right at your limit. So let's just definitely don't just drink and then like a couple minutes later, all right, I'm out and I'm gonna be driving home. So lots of that is definitely a very good advice to give, because too many people may do that. So, you just definitely want to be careful out there. And, like I said, it definitely will cost you, whether it's your life. It can, like he said, it can cost you with medical bills. It could cost you with your car. So, as it just definitely drinking and driving, just there's nothing good that comes out of it at all. So, I think that is where I'm going to end this. So just definitely do not drink and drive. If you are going to drink, please be responsible, and do not, just do not be behind the wheel if you have one too many. Let's just don't do it. And anyway, Les, I think that is going to be it. I want to thank Alex again for being here. I definitely appreciate him being here, and he will be here for a couple of more topics. He will be back, of course, for the part 2 of the music episode, which I look forward to doing. And he will also be later on down the road, whenever we talk about mental health. I know he did get a little bit into it, but he's going to share even more about his mental health story later on down the road. So I look forward for everyone to hear, his story and all that. So if you enjoyed this video, please like my video, whether you are watching this from YouTube at my channel, Not Your Average Joel, or if you are watching this on Facebook, be sure to give it a like. I also have an Instagram account, Not Your Average Joel podcast. So if you want to follow me there, if you want to see a few reels, like a minute long clip from my podcast, you can do that as well. So there you go. So anyways, I definitely appreciate you for watching, and I will hear from y'all next time. Goodbye.